Hello.
Hey, awesome. We are going to be doing hopefully a really quick demo on how to use NetlifyCMS to make some content updates, and we are going to be doing some real content updates that came through, right?
Yeah, real content updates.
Awesome.
We're going to be doing it off my local. I'm not a developer. I'm going to use some basic tools that come out of the box just to kind of guide everyone and anyone on how to do this so that any content editor will be able to update things.
Awesome. Cool.
So where should we start?
So the first thing is, I actually in a new tab. Would you mind going to the repository for www about?
I don't know where I'm going.
Go to GitLab.com.
Okay.
Excellent. And then, have you started the project?
Nope.
Um,
I just use my issues, and that's
okay,
how
cool.
I navigate
If
things.
you hop into the issues,
Oh, probably
just
not
grab,
my issues.
sure. And then just click on, actually, yeah, just click on that body content update.
Mm-hmm.
And then this should be, sorry, my dog's playing with a toy there.
That's okay. My dog was just barking.
Sorry, let me move my video preview. Go to, I thought this would be in the repository. In the search bar, just type in www hyphen, and then it autofills for you in the projects. That first project, GitLab.com, all in the third little, yep, there you go, that one, yeah. So if a person is like just freshly getting started, like they have not even like pulled this repository before and haven't looked at it, if you scroll down to the README, there's some information about how to get things set up. And you would do local development is going to be the most useful. So it's that first heading there, or second heading. And so this has sort of the setup, which we won't go through this today because you're already set up and it would be a bit of shuffling. But this is, if someone's watching this and they haven't yet set this up, these are some prerequisites to get where we are today. But I think a lot of folks do have this already set up. So hopefully this will be useful for most people. And we can do additional troubleshooting in a different video or one-on-one, and there's some documentation about how to get here. So I just wanted to point that out first. And then if you scroll down in this document, this has those commands. And Tina, I know you've got like a useful, yeah, you've got your own cheat sheet, but that's based off of the things here. Yeah, precisely. But this, so where it says run middleman is basically where we're going to start, because ideally what will happen is people who want to be editing content through the CMS locally on like in their own development environment, they'll have already pulled, install the dependencies, and then all they have to do is run middleman and the NetlifyCMS server. When those two things are running, everything will be working. And so this is that first command. And the places we run this from are the terminal. So if you want to open that Finder window you had, and then the program terminal, yeah.
Oh, well, that didn't
it might be faster. I think it's, yeah.
Here we go.
There you go. I think it's in utilities on Macs now. If you scroll down, there's like a utilities folder. Not console, terminal. There you go. Excellent. Cool. And so this is a command line, terminal, console. People use interchangeable things. And then from here, this is where it says like in these documentations where it's like run this command, this is where this is where you run commands. And another important thing too is like, so this terminal is like your Finder window. So much like how there's multiple folders and you had to move from the applications folder to the utilities folder to get to this program. This terminal also like is in a place, right? It like has a current location. And if you type PWD and then hit enter in here, we'll see that current location. You're in the user's home, so that's just your home directory. It's like the folder in Finder. So what we need to do is we need to start from the root of the project. I know in your cheat sheet, you've got the path there. So this will be different for everyone depending on where they've downloaded their project to.
just going to put my path in.
Cool. Yeah. And so we're changing directory. That's what CD stands for at the beginning there. And then now we are in the repository on Tina's MacBook. So from here, we can start like really doing the commands in the README. Most of the documentation in the project like assumes that you've got a terminal and that the terminal is like in the project. Cool. So first thing in this terminal window, excuse me, let's change directory into the marketing site.
Should I pull the master?
Yeah, let's can you type
Stuff
git?
happened last night.
Yeah, can you hit git branch for me?
Okay.
I just want to see where you are. So you're still on this other branch. And so you're doing these content updates, right? And those updates are supposed to be from master. Is that the case?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so this will be great. So first thing to do here, most people won't have to do this. They'll probably still be on master. We're going to get you back. Can you type git status? I just want to make sure you don't have anything unsaved. Awesome. Cool. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get you back to the master branch on your local machine. So if you type git checkout master. Sweet. Awesome. And yeah, we're behind. So now you can type git pull to get the local. It'll take a minute. And for folks who are unfamiliar with like what we're doing and what we just did. So like the git version control uses branches to basically track like different sets of changes to the code base. With NetlifyCMS, we haven't changed how the website is built. Everything is still done in the repository. And so it's all still like in code and version controlled. And so when we make these content changes, we're still going to make them the way that you may have manually done in terms of like git branching. So we're going to check out a new branch for these changes. But then we won't have to worry about the terminal and we can do it through Netlify. But we still have to do a little bit of this stuff through the terminal just to kind of like, because the fundamental nature of the data hasn't changed. So we've just pulled, so Tina's now on the master branch, which is a local copy on her machine of what master looks like up in the cloud on GitLab.com. We ran git pull, so we got the most recent version of the origin of what's up in the cloud. And now you can check out a new branch for these content updates. So what you'll want to do here is type git space checkout space hyphen B as in boy. Yep. And this will be, so we're going to check out a branch, and the dash B there just means we're going to make a new one that is, sorry, I was pausing in the middle of the, yeah, the dash B is just like create a new branch that doesn't exist. And so, yep, you can do the same thing. And then after that, we'll just name the branch something descriptive. So, you know, body content updates. I don't remember what page this is, the CD. Oh, I'm sorry. Dash B space.
Okay.
Yep, the dash B is the flag, and then you name it body content updates. Yeah, perfect. Cool. Okay, so now we're on a local branch called body updates CI/CD. This is on Tina's computer. It's not up in the cloud yet. And because we just checked it out from the master branch, right now, it just looks exactly the same as the version of the master branch that we pulled. Nothing is different. So we're starting from that point. And so now with everything pulled, we're on a new branch. We can get started getting things fired up. So the first thing we can do here is we can start the Middleman server. And so that command is...
do I have to do it in a new tab?
Nope, you're good.
Nope,
Because you don't have anything running here. So you can do it from here. And so that command is, it's in this README, but I know you have it in your cheat sheet as well.
Yeah, should I use the no contracts or the?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit faster.
Okay.
And you'll want to change directory into the marketing sites.
Okay.
So the first thing is CD.
Yeah, CD.
And then space, yep, sites marketing, exactly. So that gets you into the marketing site. So this is just a folder that's like tucked into the repository. And then from here, yep, we run this command.
Which is right here.
Yeah, it's above it. And the other, yeah, there you go.
It's in
the thing. It's in documentation. Yeah, it's written down. It's written down.
Okay.
I think you missed an N at the end there.
Oh, of course I did. Middleman. There we go.
I'm gonna grab. So I'll be doing the documentation for some of this stuff like today and tomorrow. Will you send me a copy of your cheat sheet, because that will certainly be useful for folks?
I will.
Awesome. Middleman takes a little bit to start up, so that's just gonna do its thing and take time. And then the next thing we can do while we wait. So the cool thing in Terminal here is you can actually do like multiple tabs, just like in a browser. So you can do, I think you can even do Command T if you want to do new tab. That might be my thing. Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, so just like a browser. You can do new windows too if you prefer to like spread them out and stuff. And then the thing here, and you'll notice, if you look on the second line of this terminal where it says, where it's got like your username, and then it has that little tilde, right? It's like the second to last character there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that tells you like the path that you're in. That tilde is shorthand for the /home/your username. So this new terminal opened up back in your home directory. You are not currently in the site's marketing, so you'll want to change on over into there.
And that's something that I can do while Middleman is running.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, this terminal is like a whole separate thing. You know, so it's a free agent to do what it will.
I'm going to use my shortcut again.
Awesome. Yep.
And then into sites marketing.
Correct. Cool. And then pop over to the other tab. I think it's probably done. Not quite.
Not done yet.
Getting there. Let me just prep for what's next. Will you click over into the bot? Oh, I guess I could probably just go find it. Have you tagged me in this content updates issue?
No, I will do it now.
Awesome. Thank you. I just want to see what what all we're doing.
There you go.
Thank you. Cool. I think you are good to go. Awesome. Cool. And then, so in the second tab, so NetlifyCMS, and before we do this, Tina, would you mind going back to, in your browser, in the third tab over, you've got the development. If you go scroll up, all the way up, and then in the second toolbar, over to the left to doc. To the left, no, you were there. To the left of development.
Oh, in doc, yes.
Yep, click doc. Yep. And then down here, you'll find NetlifyCMS.md. Click that. So this has the instructions, and we will make this, I think we're going to have a handbook entry eventually will be part of this documentation. Right now, this lives here. And then this has the instructions that you're going to need to do. So this is the second step. So the first thing we did was in one terminal window, in one terminal in the marketing sites, we set up Middleman. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to run the NetlifyCMS proxy server. And that command is under accessing the admin. Same deal, this wants you to be in like site/marketing.
Which we are.
Yep, correct. And hit enter.
I have all the characters, there we go.
Sweet. This one is much faster than the Middleman. It is doing far fewer things. And now, they've got the link, we've got the link there, the localhost 4567/admin, and that's where you can go. And that will get us to the NetlifyCMS admin panel on your local. So if you new tab in your browser.
I have a question while we're here. When I've done this in the past, I did these 2 steps in reverse. Is that something that's important, the order?
No, it isn't. And I noticed that as I was reading through the doc just now. I was like, oh, this is flipped in order. We should probably make it consistent so people don't get tripped up or like wonder if it matters. The nice thing is it really doesn't. The Middleman server is like serving up your local instance of the website. The NetlifyCMS proxy server, basically what it does is like all the NetlifyCMS stuff gets run through this thing. And so when you go to this web address, the localhost 4567/admin, it has to like fire off a bunch of Netlify code. The Netlify code is just getting served up by this proxy server. And as long as both of those things are running, it'll work. If one of them isn't, you'll start to get problems, but they don't like depend on one another to have run at a certain time. They just depend on one another running at the same time.
Okay, that's good to know. I've always done it the opposite, and I was like, okay, it's listening. Now I'm going to run Middleman.
Right. Yeah. And it's listening. So it's not
you.
listening necessarily for Middleman. It's listening for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now
in your browser,
I can just open this up.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yep. And folks can like type that manually as well if they like. If you type it manually, and actually let's show this. Will you in a new tab, just type localhost :4567/admin.
/admin.
Yep, and then don't. Yeah, and so if you don't include the trailing slash here, so hit enter right now. You'll get a little stuck. This will be weird. So the admin thing tries to like autofill the path. So if you go up into this browser bar and you adjust it, so delete the slash and the octothorpe, the hash thing, and then hit another slash.
Another slash.
Yep, that's the trailing slash, and then don't do the autofill for now. Yep, and now hit enter. This will take you where you're going. People might get tripped up on that. I'll make sure to make a note of it. And I think it won't be a problem in some instances, but it's just something to know that does matter sometimes, especially locally. But this is the same place. So here we are. So that's the setup. That gets you there. We should maybe even bookmark this moment in the this segment of like getting started, right, in the video.
Yeah.
I will make a note to do that. Cool. And now we can make these content updates. I think we're in really good shape there. Just making a note for myself. So I'm looking at these issues. So this is on the CI/CD topics page.
Yeah, which I don't see here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Will you in the search bar in like the collections there?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Try all collections. That's not doing what I thought it would do. This may be part of this configuration thing. I've got a local copy of master. Actually, this is really good. So I know some wires were crossed in some of the setup on NetlifyCMS. That's the video that Lauren and I did yesterday. But I want to show folks like why and where, and that might give people a sense of what's going on. So in your Finder window, let's do this a little visually. Cool. So if you wouldn't mind going to this directory that we're in, so the GitLab repo. Yep. And then www. Okay, and then let me find it because I'm still a little out of. Cool. Yeah, excellent.
There we go.
So I believe if you go into, let me make sure I'm right here. Yeah, okay. I think this is what's going on. Source, let me just make sure. Okay, so hop into, so in the furthest column right, double click into sites, and then marketing. So that's where we are in the terminal. That's where the marketing site lives. And then in source, so what I expect to see is so scroll down to topics, and then CI/CD. Right. And I have a sense, I think that this is probably where things are a little incorrect. But basically, for anyone watching, like what I expected to see is, and I can check this out on my machine. What I expected to see was Oh, no, I know why it is what it is. I expected to see a YAML file, so the .yml extension with like CI/CD, and I know where it is and what we're missing. So if you scroll back to the left, so the point I want to drive at, because I think things are a little bit misconfigured, I don't know if we'll be able to get to this right now, is that everything Netlify CMS is doing is like, it's a user interface that sits on top of like the files that we are all used to here in this project. So when you edit stuff through NetlifyCMS, NetlifyCMS will go and edit a YAML file for you. So you don't have to write YAML. You can write Markdown, you can write rich text, you can even do image uploads and things like that. NetlifyCMS will handle all of like the stuff of like editing those files. But I think it's good to keep in mind that like at the end of the day, these content changes are still file edits, which is why we are on a different Git branch, because we're just editing files. Netlify CMS is not, we haven't swapped out anything in the website. Like we don't have we're not doing like database driven content stuff here, like you might expect in like WordPress, where the CMS like talks to a database and like updates fields on a server somewhere. It's still just the file based config. And I know where our CI/CD YAML file is. So if you go further to the left, another column over, one more. Sorry, I always forget how nested we are. In the root here. So in data, this data folder, there is a topics folder. Yep, topic. I think it's just topic. This folder there. Yep. And
Okay.
there is your CI/CD
.yaml
file. And so if you open this up, in your text editor, yeah. So you can see this is the content. And then if you wouldn't mind going on your local host installation, I still want to just like demo where this stuff is happening. So in the browser, localhost 4567, yeah, pop open a new tab, or you can just do it from here. Okay. And then go to the CI/CD page.
Is it -cd? I remember now to take a look at that file.
I think it is. Yeah, I will. Okay, there it is. There's a little bit more to it. 4567. It's /topics/CI/CD, I believe.
Let's try that. Yes.
There we go. So this is where this is. This is like what it is right now. And if you open up your text editor, like side by side, I just want to show folks that like this is where the stuff is. And so where are we? Yeah, so you can see title, the title matches up. So everything in this YAML file is here. And I know this is familiar to a lot of folks who are already like editing content this way. Netlify CMS will allow you to like not have to edit this file manually. It'll do it for you. But I think we've got some configuration we have to iron out. So it won't do it for us right now on this live demo. Is there any value? I know like I'm still so new here. I don't know what folks are doing. Is there value? Do you want to make these content updates manually through the YAML file? Or is there enough? Okay, cool.
I think let's do it because
great.
I've never done it.
Awesome.
Well, we did a little bit of it yesterday, but I've never done it into completion. So
excellent.
Once these edits are done, I think it'd be interesting to know what to do with the file.
Great, cool, let's do it. I love it.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of updates. And I think one of them we can't do anyways.
Sure.
So the first thing is just to update the subtitle. So currently it's the subtitle here, learn how GitLab's continuous integration and continuous delivery, this and this and that, which is displayed here, just needs to be updated to this new piece of text. Do I just copy it in here?
Yep, you just replace it. Alrighty. Just like it would feel, kind of like natural. Excellent. And then let's do them all at once and save them, because so here's Middleman will rebuild itself and it'll take some time. Every time you save, it's watching these files.
Okay.
And so it's not the worst thing in the world to rebuild, but for the sake of brevity, like let's do it in one save. So that is the first one, subtitle.
So and then save.
Yeah, adding an H2, you want that at the top of the body.
Cool. So right now the body starts, the H2 title is missing right here. And the H2 title is what is CI/CD.
Cool.
And I believe the Yeah, you can tell me. I think it's these.
You are correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go to the body block there.
And I just simply, do I add a space the way it's there?
Yes, although you'll want to, is it not the case? Do you want it above the line that says continuous integration CI?
Oh.
That's where you want it, correct? If you look at the page in the browser, that might be.
Yes, you're right. It just, it's displayed so differently.
Yeah. And this is, this is stuff that NetlifyCMS will, you will not have to worry about this there. So then if you, so click on the line with the body and then the greater than and then hyphen and then enter. So you just want to insert a line between those two things. Yeah. No, not that.
Nope. Here.
Yep, there.
Okay.
Insert a line and then up there. And then let's keep the indentation. Just a couple spaces, like line it up with the capital C there.
Okay.
And then 2 octothorpes. And then space. I'm so sorry I say octothorpe. That is like the worst thing about me is that I like to say octothorpe. And that's not the worst thing about me. I'm a fallible human. And then hit enter. Let's give it a space there.
Okay.
Excellent. And then cool. Let's look at, so this image, so the other change here is moving the image down. Yes. My best understanding, so if you look at, you can go into your text file here, this YAML file, scroll up to the, you're at the top. Can you scroll down? Okay, so stop here. Towards the top, there's a field that says cover image. So my best understanding, and I haven't worked on this, I've only done like half of a migration for a page before, and I haven't put together these templates. But so if you look in the browser where that image is, unlike it, so the thing that is happening here is we haven't, the page as it is right now doesn't have like an image tag at the top. And you can see that if you scroll up in the YAML block, in that body field that we just edited, there's no image here, right? There's nothing that says like image and then has like a link to it. This is part of the template, like the location of the image is part of the template. So if we wanted to move that down, we would have to do one of a couple things. Either we'd have to modify the template so that it was extensible and we could change the position of it. Or there's, and I don't know if this is wired up, and it would be something to double check. We could always remove this as the like featured image and then insert it in like the markdown editor at the bottom. I don't know if that's the intended usage. That's probably a question for Lauren or whoever the DRI is on this page. But basically all that to say, so NetlifyCMS, one of the things that's happening is we have these templates and they are like designed to like render out a certain set of content. And the way that NetlifyCMS works with our templates is we build out the templates and we basically like connect NetlifyCMS with our templates and we say, hey, NetlifyCMS, we have a featured image and the featured image looks like this. It goes above the body. And then we tell NetlifyCMS, I'm going to give you like a path to that image and then I want you to render it out in the template. We have not configured NetlifyCMS to say, hey, this featured image might go above or below the body copy. Right now, I think we've just hard coded it to be above. And that's part of the trade-off of like, we can get more content changes out faster. We can make content easier to reason about for NetlifyCMS, which means we can like, our CMS can do more if we define more things for it. But the more customization we want, the more like work it is on the like front loading of that is to like allow NetlifyCMS to be more flexible, right?
Yeah, I definitely understand that this is a structural thing. The reason that the cover image even exists is because we need them for teaser cards that appear. So maybe in the next update, we'll allow content editors put images wherever they want and a separate field for a cover image.
Yeah, for sure. So
would probably be the best way to do this. So let's drop that change for now.
Awesome.
And I'll build an issue for it.
Yeah. And that's a great thing too. This is something, for people watching, like I'm still new here. This is like a month in, but this is the kind of work I did at my last role. Like this was the thing, like we did a bunch of templating and like our workflow was like, we'll make a template, try to use it to the best of like what your use case is. And then if it doesn't meet your use case, like let us know, and like we can either extend it, or we can talk about like, should we extend it? Can we extend it, etc. So I think it's like work with the constraints we have to begin, and then file the issues and do the like GitLab value small iteration stuff. So,
Right.
well, cool. So if you save this file, so just Command S.
Okay.
Cool.
Saved.
And then if you, if you wouldn't mind clicking into the terminal and the other tab with Middleman running. So you can see it's running again. It's like doing the rebuild. So it's going to rebuild. We'll wait for it to rebuild. And then we can check to see the changes here, which we should be able to see. And yeah, so this was the manual editing. It is not the NetlifyCMS, but it is, you know, like I think this is really good at illustrating like NetlifyCMS doesn't change how this stuff works under, like we haven't like changed where the content is or how it is. We just added like a nice tool to wrap around our existing workflows.
Yeah, and this is an important step also, just for updating files that we're not going to strap Netlify on a couple legacy pages that have unique designs that don't fit into the new template, and that might still need to be updated. This is how we're going to have to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you find yourself stuck in NetlifyCMS, and like there's always a possibility that like if the underlying file data is like weird and wonky, NetlifyCMS might not be able to read it and understand it correctly. So if you have a bug that's like NetlifyCMS is not being helpful to you, can't hurt to go look at the file and like go find the thing and see like, oh, like something got weirdly formatted, right? Like because it's possible that, because people can still like go change this stuff and like push it up through a merge request, and if something slips through a crack, like it might render NetlifyCMS powerless to understand the file. So that might be a troubleshooting place to start if you're feeling comfortable with it.
It's taking a little while.
Yeah. Let's refresh this page. Let's just see if it already built, because there's some partial build stuff going on. Oh no, there isn't partial build stuff going on, but let's see if your changes took anyways. Oh, it's in the middle of rebuilding, so it's not going to serve up this page super fast.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. To keep the video moving, let's do some of the Git stuff. Let's assume that all those changes worked perfectly, and we've never made a mistake in our life.
Stuff's happening, but yes, let's go.
Yeah, so new terminal tab. Excellent. You'll want to get back into the repository.
Okay.
Cool. You don't want to be in the subfolder for this.
Okay. Stay here.
Yep. So what we're going to do now is we are on Tina's local branch for the change here. And if you type git space branch, you'll see that. We are on body update. That's like highlighted there. So the first thing we're going to do, and this is all stuff that is also documented in Handbook as well, and I'll like link out to it in the Netlify documentation. So these changes we made in code. Ideally, we would have done it through NetlifyCMS, but NetlifyCMS would have made these same changes in code. So we would end up here anyways, even if we had used NetlifyCMS. That is an important piece.
Okay.
If we were using NetlifyCMS on a local machine, I think eventually we're going to set it up to work like up in the cloud, and people will not have to worry about this so much. But for now, as of January 2021, the 13th, this is the state of things. So what we're going to do is so if you type git status, it'll show us things have changed. So it'll show that we modified that file, right? And that tracks because that's what we were modifying. So we're going to stage it for the commit, and we're going to do that by typing git space add space period. Other people might see this. Oh, it even says it up there. Like a -A is also, you can do that as well. The period is like, it refers to the folder we're in. The -A refers to all the changed files.
So go.
Yep, hit enter. And so now we're going to type git commit. So git space commit space -m.
-m.
And then space. We'll do a double quote. And you can add a descriptive message, a short descriptive message for this. And I would just, content updates to CI/CD page, right? This commit will end up in the MR, and the MR can be more descriptive. These commit messages are really meant to be short and sweet. Yep, end it with a double quote, hit enter. Cool. Okay, so now we've taken these changes, we've added them to staging, or we've added them to the Git staging environment, not a staging website. We've committed them to our branch, which is this body update CI/CD branch. We're now going to push the branch up to the origin, which is like the GitLab repository up in the cloud. And from there, we can do all the MR stuff, and things will start to like sort of gel and come together in the tools. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do git push. So git space push. So we are on a branch that only your computer knows about. We have not told the origin about it before. The first time that you're telling the origin about a branch, you have to add a flag here. So it's git push space -u, -u, sorry. And then space. And then you need to say origin. So you need to be like specific, I'm sending this to the origin, and then space. And then the name of your branch. So for us, it's body updates CI/CD. It is case sensitive, and it's got to be, it has to match it precisely.
Where is it? Oh, I think it's this.
Yep, it's the thing you've got highlighted in green.
Oh yeah, there it
nice.
is.
You can always use git status. Like
Okay.
if you're doing this and you don't have it, git status will give you some useful information. And actually I want to show, if you don't mind, let's show the wrong way to do this first.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind deleting everything and just type and just all the way up to git push, and like let's just hit enter.
From here, enter?
Yep.
Okay.
This will give you an error. So this will give you, so the nice thing is it's really hard to make a mistake here without giving you some helpful information. So if you like don't remember that command, or like you forget to do that, you can just do what they tell you to do. The -u that I said is a shorthand for this -- set upstream. So you can do either one, but yeah, the perfect origin body updates CI/CD. Perfect.
Enter.
And then enter. It's going to take a moment. Oh, right. We don't have your username set up on this. Let's not make this video about troubleshooting that thing.
Yeah, that'll be long.
We'll do that offline. And we're already long on this video too.
Okay.
If you had everything set up to do that, this would push it up to the GitLab repo. You would then be able to open up an MR based on this, and then you could like link it to the issue and like do all the stuff you need to do there, get it reviewed on a review app, have it merged in, all that good stuff. And I think let's end the video looking to see if this page got rebuilt.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, I wonder if it's not looking at, I wonder, this could be another misconfiguration. And let me just triple check. I'm just gonna check real fast, and if it's not something I can fix this up in a minute, we will close this video. Okay, this will not be a thing that I will be able to fix up for us in this very moment. Yeah, so things go wrong, but we will figure it out, and there will probably be another video and a ton of stuff. We'll write it down as well so people can refer back to it. So
this is why we do this.
Yeah, totally. Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.